Coming in number 3 is the Soviet volley fire. Now this, the weakness of this is that it's restricted to the Su-76, Su-122, and ISU series. But usually they have like a rate of fire of 1, I believe. So getting that reroll, what volley fire does is that if you're within 16 and you didn't move, you get to reroll failed rolls to hit. And the reason why that's devastating is that the Soviets, those are their tank killers. That they get in close, they're going to kill the German big tanks. So it's very important that they get in. Let's pretend these are one of those things here, and they're within 16. They didn't move. The Germans are trying to position themselves. You're going to want to get those hits, and if you get those hits, then you're going to destroy some tanks. Germans are very difficult to hit, so anytime you get a reroll to hit, that is fantastic, especially for the Soviets who are going to have a tough time hitting. Like I said, the weakness is that you're fixed in, but once you get those shots in, they are one of the more devastating things that you can look at. Coming in at number 2 is the British Mike target. Let's pretend these are British guns here. Again, like American tanks, they can combine and pull themselves together to bombard. The Mike target lets you re-roll that first range in, which let me tell you is huge. Oh man, imagine if you can do that with a time on target. But where Mike really shines is if you have infantry that are dug in, they're not moving, and you range in on them, and you're okay. When you repeat, all guns repeat, that's where Mike really does awesome, because then it becomes an automatic time on target. So that's the reason why it's a cut above. You get that extra reroll first time you go in, but against units that are not moving, where you can do all guns repeat, you are going to get that automatic time on target, which means that your enemy is going to have to keep moving. They won't be able to stay in a good defensive position. They probably have to attack, and then you got that British Bulldog, and you are in business as the British player. And the number 1 special rule of Flames of War, you guessed it, it's the German Stormtrooper. Nothing beats this rule. It's not even close. It's useful, it's annoying, it's devastating. It works for every German unit, and it has so many different ways of just beating you. It's annoying. So let's take a look at it. Let's say we got some guys over here, some American tanks. Let's throw a couple more guys out here. Basically, you could take your tanks, pop out over here, shoot your shot, hit them, blow up a couple, and then you make your 3 roll. And this, mostly veterans, 3 is the magic number for the Germans. You roll that 3, you can move 4 inches back away, and they can't even see you. They're going to have to move to try to even have a shot to hit you. Another thing that you can do, you have your half tracks. You move that 12 inches forward, and then roll that magic 3, and you can dump out your infantry, and they can move that extra 4 inches, because that's considered a move. And you got your infantry out of their half tracks. In case you were worried about those Panzer Grenadiers getting killed. Then another way of using it, let's say you just got regular infantry. Oh no, you're out here in the open. What are you going to do? You got to get close to these guys. You're not close enough to assault, so you move those 6 inches. You think maybe you can get them next time. You got your 6-inch movement here. You roll that magic 3 there, and then you roll veteran to dig in. Again, 3 is a magic number, and you're dug in, because that's a move. So unless I'm missing something in the rules, you can move and dig in. In fact, you can move, shoot, and then dig in. How awesome is that? Or not move, shoot your full rate of fire, and still dig in afterwards. You got to make 2 skill checks basically. So, there's a good chance of failure, but still, that possibility is awesome, which makes it the number 1 special rule in Flames of War.